One aspect of Shabbat observance that can be challenging for people is the lack of a good option for brushing teeth on Shabbat. Now, a friend of mine, Shmuel Veffer in Toronto, is not only a creative wizard, but he's also a rabbi who understands the challenges that people can have with keeping Shabbat. So he recently invented what's called the Shabbos toothbrush, which addresses the halachic issues related to brushing teeth on Shabbat. And let's go through them now, one at a time. The first issue is schita, squeezing out a liquid. Now, a standard toothbrush has densely packed nylon bristles, and when the toothbrush is wet, water gets trapped between the bristles. So then when the wet toothbrush presses against the teeth, many rabbinic authorities consider this a problem of schita, since the water is squeezed out from between the bristles. So to address this issue, the Shabbos toothbrush is made with rubber bristles which are far enough apart so that no liquid is absorbed or squeezed out of the bristles. A second issue is that sharp nylon bristles of a regular toothbrush can cause gums to bleed. This is a problem of chavala, causing oneself to bleed on Shabbat. So to avoid this, the soft, rounded rubber bristles of the Shabbos toothbrush do not cause bleeding. And in the rare case that sensitive gums bleed even with the Shabbos toothbrush, you should really call your dentist. The third issue is the toothpaste. Most rabbinic authorities prohibit the use of regular toothpaste on Shabbat, since spreading any cream or ointment is prohibited under the malacha of mimareach. So to go along with the Shabbos toothbrush, there is a special Shabbos tooth wash. Now this is a concentrated liquid that avoids the problem of mimareach, and it's certified kosher by the OU. And finally, there is the issue of uvda dechol, a weekday activity. The halacha says that just as we walk differently on Shabbat and we wear different clothes on Shabbat, so too the experience of brushing one's teeth should be different on Shabbat. So as a result, printed right onto the handle of the Shabbos toothbrush is a special designation for Shabbat. But beyond this, the brushing experience itself is different because the rubber bristles of the Shabbat toothbrush feel more like a mouth-cleaning gum massage, quite different than if you've brushed your teeth. But here's where things get a bit tricky. Rabbi Yisrael Belsky of Torah Vodaas, a leading rabbi in New York, examined and approved the Shabbos toothbrush, but added the following stipulation. He says that if you're bothered by the inability to brush your teeth on Shabbat, then it's fine to use the Shabbos toothbrush. But if you're not bothered by it, then don't go looking for ways to do weekday activities on Shabbat. Some people might wonder, doesn't the whole idea of a Shabbos toothbrush violate the spirit of Shabbat? Far from it. God does not want us to suffer. Rather, He wants us to think about Him all the time. So the idea of prohibiting a weekday activity, uvda dechol, on Shabbat, is that God wants us to think about Him more on Shabbat. So actually, if the Shabbat toothbrush is increasing the idea of oneg Shabbat, which is a person's enjoyment of Shabbat, and it's helping the person connect more to God, then that's a positive thing. Whereas if it's helping you forget that it's Shabbat, then indeed that's a problem. If you personally have any questions about using the Shabbos toothbrush, speak with your local rabbi.